He was born in the hills of Farmington, West Virginia in 1927, and only 22 years later ran for and won a seat in the State House of Delegates. For A. James Manchin, that was just the beginning of a political career that would span 40 years. In 1961, President Kennedy appointed Manchin State Director of the Farmers Home Administration, a job which enabled him to bring water and sewer service to hundreds of West Virginians.
And you know, there are still a lot of people in the state that think of A. James Manchin every time they flush their commodes.
Quite a few West Virginians also think of Manchin when they see a junked car. As State Director of the Rehabilitation Environmental Action Program, or REAP, Manchin rid West Virginia landscapes of thousands.
REAP is here doing the job, working, sweating that all citizens might be safe from the diseasery caused by this crappery. REAP, in cooperation with Commissioner Ritchie and the Department of Highways, have set sail upon troubled waters. And by taking positive action, we have mashed this mass of muckery. REAP comes to Canoa Falls to rebuke, to rebel, because we are repulsed with these rustic relics of repugnancy.
He was a master of alliteration, and at times, a ringmaster.
I love a circus, and I like to see people smile, because there's enough animosity in the world.
Sometimes that animosity was directed at Manchin himself by critics who lashed out at his practice of giving away trinkets, reportedly at taxpayer expense.
And here's an American flag, and another West Virginia flag for you.
Manchin says the trinkets were funded by private means and that he'll continue to give them away despite the criticism.
Certificates, bringing and enjoying the lives of... Why would people be so cynical? If that bothers them, that's their problem, and it's not mine. They say it's a waste of the taxpayers. Oh, come on. As much money as they throw down a rat hole.
Throughout Manchin's career, he took it upon himself to be somewhat of a media watchdog, barking back when he thought the state of West Virginia was being painted in an unflattering light. There was the scathing Wall Street Journal article about West Virginia, the embarrassing portrayals of West Virginia hillbillies on the hit TV shows The Love Boat and Night Court, and even a wrong answer about the Mountain State on the game show Jeopardy. Manchin took them all on.
Whenever they talk about something that I love, same as you, Doug, somebody pick on somebody that you love, you jump back and fight them. That's how I feel.
The only thing that could surpass Manchin's fire was Manchin's heart. Here he's shown giving Christmas gifts to hospitalized children in 1986.
This is a little robot, a microscope robot for Sheils. Where's Shine? Oh, thank you. There you go. See that? Now, this is the real treasure of the state of West Virginia, right here. You are a real treasure.
Supporters say that spirit of giving, like his hat, is Manchin's trademark, a quality of a true public servant.
Someone has to listen in government. Now, they say, well, government is like a business. No, it is not. We need business in government, but government is service. We're not in government to make a profit. We're in government to provide the needed things for people that they can't provide for themselves.
It's improbable that the state or even the world will ever see another A. James Manchin. Say what you will about him, bad or good, but there's no denying that you will remember him.
And when they lay me away on top of the hill in Farmington, West Virginia, I want them to put on my tombstone, here lies A. James Manchin. No man loved his state more, loved his God or family. He said it all, and he did it all.